Hey everyone, this is Alex.
This is Boshka, we're both Odyssey, and this is episode 28.
And today we're going to be talking about the ever so popular movie Iron Man 2.
Woo!
Your fake enthusiasm pleases me, Bosh.
Anything that floats your boat.
Yes. Okay, so
Yes.
as usual, without getting into the spoilers, what is your initial impression of the movie?
I don't know if it's just, it was because after the Hulk, but that was great.
Yeah. Because I know you're just like laughing at everything, you're just enjoying it, having a good time.
Cause how do I say this? It was able to keep me engaged. So that's something.
Interesting. Okay. I guess for me,
Mhm.
upon rewatching it,
Mhm.
I thought it was better than I expected it to be.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah, from what I remember, I thought it was
Yeah.
only okay. It wasn't as good as the first one.
Mhm.
But after watching this, maybe it's because the Hulk effect, right? After watching the
Yeah,
Hulk and
yeah.
watching this movie.
You're starting to appreciate things more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So I'm wondering if I'm rating it higher just because of we saw shit last week.
So should we watch Hulk again before we watch the next one?
That's gonna be the baseline now, eh, Hulk?
Yeah, we'll just watch Hulk again, and then oh wow, that guy blinked. That was better than Hulk,
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, before we get into the main juicy bits, I just want to say that bits of the story, I guess like the first half of this movie, first 3 quarters actually, was inspired by a comic book storyline called Demon in a Bottle.
Demon in a Bottle.
hmm
Is that like Iron Man's story, or is it like completely different?
No, it's an Iron Man story. So in
Okay.
so in the Iron Man story, Demon in a Bottle is very popular. It's about Tony Stark dealing with his alcoholic problems.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. He was addicted to alcohol. And
I mean,
he
yeah.
couldn't function properly, and he just wasn't performing well.
Even for me, who don't know like very much about the universe and whatever, I could see it in the movie that there's not one moment where he stopped drinking, even from the first movie.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought people were thinking oh, the first movie is setting up for this part, right? But they kind of went in a different direction with it. I mean, it's still whatever, it still works, I think. So anyways, yeah, so Tony decides he can't be Iron Man anymore. He goes to rehab or something, and then Rhodes, his best friend, comes and takes over.
You see. So that's how the thing.
Yeah, so Iron Man 2 is pretty much similar. I'm not going to say it's the same.
But it has the concept of that from that, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah. And people were saying that the reason why they didn't choose to go down the alcoholic, alcoholism, ism.
It's too real. It's too close to home.
Yeah, it's because at this time, was it Disney already bought Marvel?
Oh, they can't.
Yeah, they're saying the mouse is saying no. Yeah, they want the casual audience to come in and watch.
Yeah.
They want the kids to come in and watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's a good thing to show the kids that alcohol is bad. Don't even try it. Or or if you get the power to be a superhero, you can't because you're alcoholic. It's a lesson in life.
Not on the mouse watch because the mouse only cares about money.
Oh, true.
Okay. Well.
Ha ha.
Yeah, pretty much. So that being said, with the creative liberties that they took, I think it fits well in the story. It did its job.
I mean, I enjoy it. That's the one thing I think because, again, I don't know the demon in the bottle and whatever, right? I mean, but I could see when you said the thing, I could see the reflection, I guess, how it's gonna go that way because it shows that it's maybe didn't show the alcoholic problem. Well, I mean, it does. He still drinks a shit ton. It's just not explicitly said, but I think it kind of does more than that in a sense that it's not just alcoholism, but more of his what do you call it,
Morality.
Kind of, yeah. We've kind of shifted back a little bit more. I mean, he's never been morally great. Well, I guess he is not really. I don't think so. But he's more of the narcissistic, yeah, I own the world kind of thing. I do whatever I want, and
Yeah.
it's that's the personality, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And and throughout the movie, even from the first one, he kind of like tried to fix it. Well, yeah, kind of fix it in a way, and then you could see it throughout the movie too that he was like trying to fix it, and that's I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. Well, as they say, old habits die hard, right? Even at the end of Iron Man 1, he cracked and said, you know what? I need the credit. I am Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you said that wasn't supposed to be that way.
That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, then that's crazy.
That's just a crazy move there.
Okay, yeah. So now going to the spoilers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so going off of what we said before, even in the opening scene with Tony in this movie, he was like that too. He was just saying, yeah, because of me, we have world peace and we're safe.
Yeah,
you're
pretty
welcome.
much. Yeah. Yeah, no, like very big. It's like he was like just going big ham. I'm like, yep. Well, I'm not trying to say that, but he's like, yeah, well.
Okay, going to the juicy bits now. What do you think of Tony Stark's character arc in this movie?
I really like it because again, like the thing is like his character is very, what do you call it?
Layered.
Because in the first, it's very very layered. It's complex character as you can see, right?
Yeah.
Like he show all this like like this playful, he's selfish and very, what do you call it, narcissistic nature, right? But deep down he's a very how do you call it, like he loves peace, kind of like that. He likes like he's good, like you could say that he's a good guy.
Well, I don't want to say it's insecurities, but it's kind of something else. It's like
insecurity.
I don't know how can I say, it's like self-doubt almost. Like I don't know. I don't know what to
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
Like, okay, so I was gonna say one thing that they pointed out in this movie is his relationship with his dad, and he always remembered it as being his dad is cold, always working, didn't give him time. Yeah. But it turns out to be quite the opposite. His dad really loves Tony and thought Tony was like the best thing to have ever happened to him. He just didn't show it properly.
I mean, I don't know about like doubt on that case, because that could simply be because, like, at least for me, the one that I know is that the interaction they had was the impression that Tony had from his dad is like he's a cold and calculating and a very like pretty much like probably buried in his work, right? And he never really cared for Tony, right?
Yeah.
For me, I think that's more than like kind of like doubt about his dad. It's more of a like he's like, well, my dad never cares about me anyway, like kind of like that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think it's just a miscommunication, because a lot of people have like a hard time opening up in a way, you know what I mean? Yeah, especially especially like I don't know, like it's
you know all about that, don't you, Bosh?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But what I was saying is like, especially like I don't know, like the image is like, because like the video that Tony's dad showed was like probably back in the past, right?
Yeah.
And you know how like in the past it's kind of shows like like men don't shows like emotion, right? Because when they show it, it kind of shows a form of weakness. That's why he probably like have a hard time opening up to the, I don't know, but that's what it's just like the feeling that it gives me. But for me, what I'm trying to get through is that it's not that. I feel that his character is complex, and he, even though through all this like this alcohol, this narcissism, this selfishness kind of thing, he's still a good, like morally a good character. He still cares about just the people, you know what I mean?
Of course, he is a hero.
Cause yeah, of course. But well, that's a thing, right? Because that's a very conflicting personality. Because if he's narcissistic, selfish, and very big ego, caring about other is on the different end of the spectrum. But it's being able to be portrayed very well from the first movie and to second. You know what I'm saying? And like in the first half too, he still has the ego. Like that. The thing is that his character is very consistent.
I think it's more like that's just his persona that he puts out in the real world. But his true personality comes through when he's doing all the science stuff, like building the Iron Man suit, building the new reactor, right? Yeah. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, well, I mean, that tone shift too, I really liked it. Like, because like when he go like, oh, when he got the geek moment, he just go like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, like, and he doesn't really care what or how, he'll get shit done, and I admire that. Yeah. Like it's amazing.
Well, as they say before, right? Tony Stark is a workaholic. When he gets an idea, he's not going to stop.
And that's amazing.
Yeah. What do you think of him like dying because of the palladium poisoning? You think they did that part well?
For me, honestly,
Yeah, because I know you have a bit of a problem with it.
because the thing is like, it. How do I say this? It's to me, it doesn't feel that important. It's in a sense like the whole time ticking thing. Like he only got like like the poisoning is going like higher and higher and higher. He's gonna die soon, right? For me, I don't know if it's just displayed too subtly, but it never, like as I'm watching through the movie, it never felt like a danger to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Because Tony in the end, he's like, there's only one moment when he talked to the Natalie, right? He was like, "What would you do if you're going to attend your last birthday, right?" And that kind of shows oh yeah, now that you mention it, you know what I mean? But before that and whatever, he's just like, just like that, like he's just like, But at the same time, me as a viewer, I don't really like. Okay.
I think
Okay.
no, for me, the scene that almost got me was the one where him and Rhodes meet up in his workshop, and then when Rhodes asks him, he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he turns to him, and he's like all teary eyed, like he's gonna cry. I think that was the moment where that felt like a real moment where he's like, "Shit, I'm gonna die." But then other than that, it's pretty much like a non-issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he could be played a bit better.
Like the poison should have done something.
Because it like at least I don't know. For me, if he could like because even the bad guy says like, "Oh, it's a painful way to go," right? I wish he showed more pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Just as an annoying reminder, you know what I mean? Oh right, oh shit, like it gives a sense of dread.
Yeah.
A sense of so I think it'll make us relate better to Tony in a sense that for the impending doom kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like oh shit, how is he gonna do this? How are you gonna do this? You know what I mean? Though I mean even without that, I still enjoy the movie extremely too. It looks like it's a segment, whatnot, but the whole sequence, the whole character, the whole flow of the movie, I think it's fine. I like it.
Do you think it was they used that as an excuse just to give Iron Man a triangle arc reactor?
It could, but I mean, I've never seen Iron Man with triangle reactor before because all the Iron Man I know has always been like
circle, right?
Yeah, the circle always. So
it might be like a modern Iron Man kind of thing.
I mean, it looks cool, but
so moving on to the next subject ish. What do you think of Tony Stark's relationship with Pepper Potts? Because I remember you said last time you didn't like it at all because you felt like there's nothing there.
Well, no, because for me, like, how do I say this? Like back then, I wouldn't say their relationship. I like their relationship. I just don't like Pepper at that time because it feels like she felt like blank. But in this one, they put a lot more flavor, I guess. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But the interaction, it kind of shows that she's been babysitting this kid for a long ass time.
Yep.
And she knows how to deal with this kid. Well, deal with this kid is probably not the right word because this kid is a bit out of the hand, Tony.
Yeah.
It's like, but she's kind of like, okay, this shit again. Okay, how do I do this? Kind of like that, you know what I mean? And the time, like when they bicker and stuff, I like it. Like it's the interaction of the people and whatnot. I think it's splendid. I like it better than the first one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think her character in this one is better just because it's not so quippy. Like in Iron Man 1, she always had to say something back, right? But in this one, she's more straight. Like she's more of the straight character. She's always like.
Yes, in this one, it's more of a like instead of a like quipping. Exactly. It feels like an actual conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a flow. Like that's what I feel.
So, and I know Pepper didn't really have a big major part in this movie, but would you say overall her character improved?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay, moving on to the next character, James Rhodes. He got recasted. He's War Machine. What do you think?
Yeah, so it's a different actor, right?
It's a completely different actor.
That's why I was like, because I I laughed because on the last movie, he was like, damn it, next time, right? He said next time, but he wasn't there to write it.
Next time, tell me never.
It hit me in good places, but I actually don't know. Like I don't know because he feels odd.
What do you mean by it feels odd?
Because in the first one, I don't know, because I like him in the first one, and I like him in this one too. But in this one, I don't know. He kind of felt odd.
It might be just because they changed the actors and
Maybe, and they behave like differently.
a
and
little bit
whatnot.
more differently.
Maybe
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it kind of like the interaction between, because like in the first one, it felt like they're good friend, like they've been a friend for a long time. It's kind of like with Pepper too. Like she been dealt with this, and like she knows the kind of crap that Tony does, and like this dude was also like, yeah, dude, like again, you make me stand here for like 3 hours. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it felt like old friend. In this one, it felt different. Like the dynamic is kind of different.
Yeah, because I would say in the first one it felt more like they were work friends. In this one it feels more
Work friends?
In this one it feels more like they're friends, like they've been friends for
I see.
This is because
I see.
in the first one he was supposed to be the straight man. He's always serious and stuff like that.
Yeah. I kind of see what do you mean by that? Yeah.
Rose is a bit more quippy. Like I know he doesn't say anything until the end, but he just gives them a bit sass. What do you think of the War Machine suit?
Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't fit my image of Iron Man, because for Iron Man it's always like, beam from hands, or like the huge blaster cannon or whatever. For me, I don't know. Iron Man shooting bullet feels weak.
But that's War Machine's character, right? He's supposed to be like
like modern armorization, right? Like with guns.
Yeah, guns and bullets and stuff like that.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, even Iron Man shoots rockets and lasers.
Yeah, rockets too, but like mostly like laser stuff. That's like, I don't know, my image of Iron Man anyway. Like the chest laser, arm lasers, or like the other thing, and like the sleeping dart or whatever.
Oh,
Was it sleeping dart, or is that like a assassination gun? I don't know.
I think it's
Can't tell.
like mini missiles. But I'm thinking, now that you mention it, I'm thinking, is it because Tony has the arc reactor in his chest that he's able to do the repulsor blast?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because the power output is completely different, right?
So War Machine can't do those repulsor blasts too often.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, in that context. But the only thing I know about War Machine is from like, Marvel vs. Capcom games. Remember the Marvel vs. Capcom 1? That was like they used War Machine instead of Iron Man.
I don't remember,
But it was
because I don't think I've ever seen the War Machine before.
really.
I've seen an Iron Man with like that collar kind of thing, and I never like see him as a different thing.
I see. Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because for me, I really like War Machine. I would prefer War Machine over Iron Man, just because of how cool War Machine looks. Like, he's bulky. He has guns. He's like a tank. He looks monstrous.
For me, I always like for me, I like the minimalistic kind of look. Like it looks like, it looks like it has nothing, but at the same time, so like when it like full arsenal come out, stuff stop popping out. That's what I thought. Cool.
Interesting. Wow, completely opposites.
I don't. Yeah, complete opposite.
Okay, well, since we're talking about the Iron Man suits, what do you think of the suitcase armor and the new armor at the end of the movie?
The suitcase armor, I actually dig that a lot. Like the design, I like that a lot. It looks cooler. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, like me and Bosh we're joking around saying that it looks like Ultraman, like the color scheme.
Yeah, when he got whipped a couple of times, I went like, oh, the chest's gonna go team, turning shiny yellow and red.
The armor, so the final armor that he used at the end of the movie, it looks the same as Mark III, just with a different chest piece.
Oh,
right? It's the exact same color scheme too, right? It's like nothing really changed. I'm sure they changed it if we like really look at it, but
probably. But I don't know. It doesn't look. Yeah,
it doesn't look like anything different. Yeah.
Different, yeah. Other than the chest piece, yeah. But I don't know. That's the Iron Man I like. So the simplistic looking.
So you
Wait, yeah. I've been wondering. Does Iron Man have like a backpack, like like a back rocket kind of thing, or no? It does, doesn't it? Or not this one? Not
some
Mark II.
armors do, I think, but not all of them. I don't know which ones, but I don't think Mark III has it. Mark III only has the feet and the hands. Okay, moving down the list. So the next character that I have here is Justin Hammer. What do you think of his characters?
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. I like that he felt like he's how do I say this? Like a very like a mook, he's like those like this weakling that has the ego that trying to, he's like a clearly inferior rival kind of thing, He's trying to be like, yeah, he like Stark is my rival kind of thing, even though it's like completely out of the league. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
So for me,
yeah.
I was gonna say like Justin Hammer gives me this like sleazy car salesman type of vibe, where he's just like, especially in the scene where he's showing off all his guns to Rhodes. Like that was like one of my favorite scenes, just because of like how he presents all the guns and stuff. He's like, this is all my technology. This is like the big bad thing. Buy all my shit kind of thing, right? Like a car salesman would do, right? Like, hey, check this out. All these features.
For me, honestly, it's for me that part was kind of like not very impressive. Because the weapon he's showing up is not something will blow my mind.
No, I like it not because of what the weapons he's showing. It's because how he's showing it.
How he did. I know what you're saying. But the thing is, like, for me, like when I see the thing and he's like, yep, and he's like trying to show all these things. I know, like he's like showing like a car salesman. Yes. What I'm saying is that, like, for me, it's just like, I don't know, like the fact that like when what he's selling isn't great.
That's the joke. Yeah,
from my point of view. I know that's the thing. What's he saying? Like, but he's acting like he is, and he's like trying to sell it like it's a big thing, But I can tell you one thing. I bet he think it is. Probably. He sincerely believed that his weapon is like the best.
Even his ex-wife missile, right? And which turned out to be a dud.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like that character is so well portrayed. Is like these weakling inferior character, and I said it to Alex too, but I like the fact that I don't like this character. The actor did a great job. It's amazing.
But yeah, people like the actor. I think the actor does a really good job.
Yeah, he did. That's why. And like there was part where he was like like threatening what was his name, Ivan Vanko, was it? I think he's the only character I ever remembered in the whole series. Like I've watched 1 and 2. The only 2 characters that I remember the name is Tony Stark and Ivan Vanko.
I was gonna say there's a rumor going around saying that Marvel is gonna come up with a Thunderbolts movie. So the Thunderbolts, the Thunderbolts is like taking all these ex-criminals or people from prison and trying to put them in a team so they can go on missions and stuff. So that way, if they fail, just blame them, kind of thing. Almost like Suicide Squad. If you know what Suicide.
I've never watched Suicide Squad, but so they're like a bad guys doing good things, or
I think they're like bad guys trying to reform or something like that.
I see.
So so the rumor is saying that Justin Hammer might be on the Thunderbolts team eventually.
Justin Hammer, the small weak dude.
Yeah.
How?
Okay, because in the comics, he does make his own suit. So it'll be interesting to see how. Maybe he's just like in the MCU. Maybe he's just like the team's weapons guy, where he just makes the weapons and armory for all the teammates. I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I would love to see more Justin Hammer. I mean, I like
but like like I like him because he's the enemy, right? Right now, he's the the weakling enemy, which is why I like him. Like I don't know if he if he changed. I might like him. I might not. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully, if the rumors are true and we get to see more of him, it'll be great. Okay, moving on to your favorite character. Whiplash, Ivan Vanko. What did you think of his character in this movie?
I really liked it. He felt
relatable.
I wouldn't agree nor disagree, but what I'm saying is that it's more like how do I say this? His character felt very I don't want to say Russian, but like cold, you know what I mean? He's cold, but not the how do I say this? Like when you're watching anime, you know that there's a bad guy that's like strong, and he's just like full of confidence too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That confidence that he's portraying, it's like I don't know. For me, I was like amazing because everything he does, he was like, well, your the 40-year revenge will be done in 40 minutes. Like, he's just saying shit like that. Like, I mean, it didn't turn to anything, but it's amazing, like the way he just do that, the way he just like, when he was like fucking stuff, and we just like laugh, and he's just like, but it's not like a boisterous laugh too. He was like just a cold laugh. You know what I mean? I like it. It's not like his generic like cold killer too. It's like, I don't know. It's like something about the character that I just really like.
Because he goes in there knowing that Tony Stark lost the battle, and at first I was like, what do you mean by Tony Stark lose? But then I realized he's referring to the poisoning that Tony Stark has, the palladium poisoning, right? So even if he lost the fight, Tony Stark loses the war. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like that confidence that he's portrayed the whole time is like, everything will go my way kind of thing. It's
yeah,
it's amazing.
How can I say this? Like, his weapons of choice is the whips. And I mean, to me, it looks cool.
Yeah.
And I get it. That's what he used in the comics. But I wonder, how can I say, like, did they ever explain in a movie why whips? Like, is this just something that's easier to make?
For me, I think it's I mean, I don't know. Image-wise, it's probably easier to like run energy through, in a sense that like like those like laser beam or like electric shock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably with like, I don't know, whip it. So I don't know. I can't even come up with anything. I don't know. I really don't.
It's not a nitpick. I'm just like curious.
Yeah, I know. I was like thinking too, because like, why whip? Because I don't know. For me personally, I think whip is like one of the hardest weapon to use in the universe. Like, it's.
Yeah, it's not easy to use a bull whip or whatever whip he's using. Yeah, because you brought it up. I was like, why not just use like a beam saber, lightsaber?
Make a lightsaber, or like just make it like a baton, like electric baton. That's like insane enough. Trust me.
I mean, I get it. They're respecting the source material, but at the same time, why whips?
Because bad guy use whips.
So Catwoman's a bad guy.
Oh yeah, very bad.
I mean, I guess.
She is, right?
I mean, technically, yeah. So overall, you'd say, is Ivan a better villain than Iron Man 1's villain? Obadiah Stane.
Oh no, I can't say that because both of them fulfill like a different role, in a sense. The different kind of bad. Because for Obadiah, he just wants it all for him, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But for Ivan, he's like, well, this is revenge. I don't care if I die, but you're going down with me, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. So I think it's a different kind of villain. But okay, here's my nitpick. I don't know if it's okay to pull it now, or do you want me to do it later?
Maybe do it later, because I'm thinking, because you brought up something
right.
that I was gonna say now.
Okay,
is that
go for it.
So remember when he was saying like, "Oh, Tony Stark, you lost, blah blah blah. I'm going after your legacy." What like did he really go after his legacy? Like, what did he mean by that?
The legacy?
Yeah, because he didn't really ruin Tony Stark's image. Tony Stark did that to himself.
Well, no, because like, of course, with the way he's doing shit, I'd say so. But no, what I'm saying is that like, for me, like my image is like more of the showing off, because he said it. Like, I think for me, Tony Stark is like, well, like this thing, the only person who could be Iron Man is himself, right?
Yeah.
And nobody in the world has the capability of making what he is, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. And then look, that's why, like, because what's the name again? James.
Yeah. And
so he was like, well, somebody came up with it yesterday. Like, what are you talking about? You said it's going to be 10 years, 5 years?
That makes sense. And then he was telling Tony Stark, like, my dad made this too, and you don't respect. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, before we get to the our favorite segment, let's quickly talk about the SHIELD agents. Black Widow, Agent Coulson, Nick Fury. What do you think? Because for me, in the scene where he was talking in the diner with Nick Fury and Iron Man, that made me like Nick Fury a lot, actually. Like Sam Jackson.
For me too. I do. I really love Samuel Jackson by like a fuck ton. He's amazing.
Because it seemed like in Iron Man 1, was it? He was trying to be like a serious type of guy, right?
Yeah.
But in this one, he just sounded like Sam Jackson.
You know what? It's just him. That's... And he's doing his normal stare too. You know, the Samuel Jackson stare when he was talking to. Yeah.
Because like, was it when Iron Man was like, correction, I let my friend took it. I was expecting him to be like, oh, so you just let him took it, bitch? You let him took your suit?
I know, because I could tell that he was like that close to swearing.
Good old Sam Jackson.
Yep. Oh, so wait, aren't you like the Iron Man? So he just go to your place and took your suit and flew off? I was like...
Okay, so Agent Coulson. I guess he is like a cameo. He only had like, what, 3 lines maybe?
Several lines. He showed up here and there.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the first one, he was there too. And like in the second one, he was like, you know, doing stuff and talk. This time he actually has a actual conversation. So
Do you like his character, or you just don't really care for him?
I do. Because he... How do I say this? He... Probably if there's anything that I'd say like the cool character, it would be him. He's probably like the coolest character in the sense that like I'm not talking about like how he looks and whatever. It's just the behavior. His face is always the same from Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2. Expression, very little. Talk very concise. Even like when quipping and whatever. Very concise, very, what do you call it? Still. Like I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, he's a trained agent, right? Like Nick Fury's right-hand man almost.
Because that's the thing. It shows that he's a secret agent. It shows that he gives nothing off. And that's amazing.
You can't read them.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think it's easier to read Black Widow than that guy.
Okay, well, excellent segue. What do you think of the first appearance of Black Widow?
I kind of regret that I already know that she's Black Widow. Because probably if I don't, I'd be a little bit more surprised. Maybe. Not really.
Okay, so I'll tell you this now.
Yeah.
That prior to the movie being released, everyone knew that she was going to be the Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't supposed to be like a surprise. It was just like,
okay.
She is Black Widow. We all know. Yeah.
Okay, so, well then, because, how do I say this? Because it's clear that she's the eye candy.
Yeah.
Almost like every shot that she's in, the cameraman is pretty much like licking her whole body with the camera, right? Like, every single time.
That's a weird way of saying it, but yeah, I kind of agree.
Because like, you see the camera movement, like I'm serious. Like the camera would just like go through her whole body line to her face.
Yeah.
Every time, whenever she's doing anything.
I think it's just a product of its time, because Iron Man 2 came out in what, 2009, 2010?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I mean, I don't know, because right now, like, I don't know, because I still don't know what to feel about Black Widow, like, at all right now. I don't particularly like her, I don't particularly hate her too. It's like,
You just need to see more of her.
probably.
I think it's the bit of the Marvel effect, where like the side characters, you don't really know what to feel about them because they don't have that big of a role. But over time, you start to appreciate them, right? Because you see more of them, you start understanding the characters.
Maybe.
It's not really a nitpick, I guess. I can't really include it as a nitpick. But so traditionally speaking, Black Widow in the comics is always Russian, speaks with like a Russian accent and stuff like that. And this one, she's just like American with Russian background.
I see.
It's kind of disappointing because I wanted to see like a Russian,
a hot Russian girl.
Yeah,
a hot red-haired Russian girl.
But I mean, it's a different take on the character, right?
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, and she did her she had a kick-ass scene in the hallway fight scene.
Right. Yeah. Even that, I still don't know how to feel about it, especially when there's just like one guard doing nothing and she just pepper sprayed him in the eye. Like, yo, what did that guy do? He did nothing. He just walked out of the washroom and he just sprayed him in the face. That's like rude. That's
why he sprayed him in the face, because everyone else got their ass kicked, right?
Yeah, but the dude just like, yo, what the heck? Oh, boy. He did nothing.
Right? He's coming out of the washroom. Yo, guys, check out what I just... No, I was going to say, like, someone pointed out, but if you noticed, every time she does something cool, she's always doing that same lucha move, the spinning...
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
spinning DDT or whatever it's called.
The luchador, yeah, the luchador spinning DDT. That's right. The one Rey Mysterio do a lot, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a very common move for female action scenes. Is them doing like a wrestling move on a bigger guy, which I think what people saying
Which technically
wouldn't be possible.
shouldn't.
Like,
Yeah, because wrestling is very power reliant.
yeah, because like a tiny girl on a giant man that's like 3 times her size probably isn't gonna do anything.
Even if she's spinning around like 4 times, the guy would just like stand still. Probably power bomb her.
Yeah.
If there's anything.
Yeah, so that's not a nitpick, but I'm just
Not a nitpick. Just
it's just
saying.
it's a product of its time, I guess, right? Because this was made quite a while ago. Nowadays, it's more equal, I guess.
They probably have nowadays they probably just have like a fucking stun gun and just like fucking tase the dude.
Yeah, which is interesting because if you remember like Jackie Chan movies, like all the females that fought were like fighting. They weren't like doing
badass, yeah. They fight. They were like if they have like using a stick or like a spear, they would get like like insane.
Yeah, like all these Chinese
Like,
Asian action movies, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the style, right? Or American style versus the Asian style.
I mean, but that's not fair if you compare like like Jackie Chan,
Yeah.
Crew to like just normal movie crew without comparing like male actor to Jackie Chan, right?
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
I mean, because
I mean, if you compare the male actor to Jackie Chan, what do you mean?
I don't know. I get it because what is it? These actors aren't trained martial artists, right? They're just
right.
there to do the role. Whereas Jackie Chan hires all these people that
He does everything.
yeah
He can do both.
So-
Well, more like he could do martial art, but then they just put a character in it.
yeah.
So,
Again, not a nitpick, just something that we noticed.
yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna go into our favorite segment is
Yeah.
nitpicks.
Here we go. Yep. Welcome to Nitpick Odyssey.
Boshka has a nitpick this time, so I'm gonna say our nitpicks.
Because I was surprised that you said you don't.
I do have
My nitpick?
I do have some.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
I do have some.
It's still the exact same one as the last one.
I see.
The final battle was so anticlimactic. I went like, yo, dude, I really like that dude. What the hell? He lost just like that?
Yeah.
I told you to keep the mask on. Why did you take it off?
But the mask thing wasn't even a problem. It was just them doing the hand beam laser thing.
Yeah, but still, probably if he has his mask on, he won't be as damaged. You know what I mean?
He probably would have blown himself up anyways. Like he rigged it to explode,
What do you mean?
right? Because he self-destruct at the end, so he probably was gonna
Well,
self-destruct.
because he lost. If he didn't lose, he didn't have to self-explode. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
That's like the one thing. Like I just like why? Like even the battle, like even the first one, the Whiplash one, he just first came out too, right? At first it was like he was like doing this action, like slashing cars, like innocent people, and collateral damage left and right, right? Which I like.
Yeah.
But and then he got hit by a car. I was like, whoa, shit. Okay. Oh no, Iron Man suits up. Okay, how are they gonna fight? Oh, okay, he got whipped once, twice. Oh, he got shot. Oh, that's it. I was like, he got pulled by the cop. His boots came off, and he was just like still smiling and laughing. I'm like, okay. I forgive that one because he's not done yet. He still got stuff to do. Okay, I forgive that one. And then the last battle, he came with a suit, and it was over just like that. I'm like, what do you mean?
Okay, I'll tell you this right now. Surprisingly, we have the exact same nitpicks. Those are the two that I was gonna say. So let's talk about the first fight that they had. Yeah. I understand why the fight didn't last very long or was kind of bunk. It was because it was a CGI character versus a live action character.
Yeah, but well, for me, like no. I mean, I don't even want to go there. But what I'm saying is like, for the first one, I kind of let go in a sense because he wasn't wearing a suit, right? If he got shot down, he will take damage, and not just that, he got hit by a car like 4 times. He got sandwiched 4 times. He was like coughing blood, but still smiling. Yeah, that's where he got me.
I see. Okay. So,
but then he got hit, and then he got taken off. I'm like, okay, because he's not done yet, so I'm okay with that.
So what?
Your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So when he gets hit by the car, shouldn't he get like spinal damage?
Well, probably because like his the
armor,
the thing he's wearing. Yeah, because he was like covering his whole upper body and like bottom too, right? You can see it, like his thing. It probably protects him. He probably got squished pretty bad though, so probably his organ is like a little bit jumbled up. But
I see. Okay, but that isn't my nitpick. My nitpick is
right.
So was Whiplash trying to just attack Tony and hope to kill him? Because
In the beginning, no, I don't think so.
so what is he trying to do? Just show off that he can make a something similar to Iron Man?
First is a show off, I think so, because like for me that's the impression I get. Because like remember when Tony was in the car, right? Like he was like trying to leave, and then he was just like walking slowly, slowing by, and just like slash like the thing. He's not there. Where is he? And then Tony was behind him and hit him like in the thing, right? He's like, okay, he got hit in the back, and even like when he was hit by the car too, right? Instead of like hitting at the Tony, he was hitting at like the door. He was just like he's not aiming for Tony at all, kind of thing, until he suits up, right? I got a feeling he was trying to even like force Tony to suit up and maybe trying to show that there's other people that have the same technology as he does, kind
Like
of thing.
like maybe even better than what Tony has.
Maybe yeah,
Okay.
like or like maybe showing like a different application of the core that he has, because so far the only thing we know is to power up a suit, right? But what he did was more than just suit. He'd make a weapon, like a stronger weapon than an ordinary whip, right? So.
Yeah, but I don't know. It seems kind of weird still because he was like,
Yeah, I mean that's just me going all super positive and trying to back it up.
yeah. No, I appreciate it that you're playing the devil's advocate, but like at the same time, it's like, okay, I go to jail now, so that was my plan. Shucks, that sucks. But, it's kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird.
So the thing is, like, I don't know because that's what it is, right? Because I think like it felt like for me at least, like when I was watching, I was like, oh, okay, so he went to jail on purpose. Like he was meant to do that, but after he met like what's the dude name? The Hammer dude.
Just the Hammer, yeah.
Yeah, he clearly didn't plan that at all. he was surprised, so I was like, oh.
You think that's what he wanted, right? So he can bust out of jail.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
turns out he was just like, all right, I'm stuck here. Fuck it, this is my life now.
Yeah, I was like, oh. Well, maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe the whole time he didn't want to kill Stark. You know what I mean?
Well.
He just wanted to, like, to show the world that, the legacy destroyer thing, you know what I
I
mean?
guess so. Like, they're showing the legacy. Because he also knew at that time, anyways, that the Palladium was poisoning Tony. So he would have died eventually.
Yeah, so he'll die anyway, so, yeah.
I guess. Okay. And then, yeah, the second pick is the exact same as yours, which is like, they probably ran out of budget at the end, so the fight was like garbage. Because the drone fight was really cool.
Yeah, the drone fight was cool. Like the fly, the dodging, the collateral damage, the many car insurance that people have to pay. Oof.
Yeah, and it turns out like, oh shit,
That was great.
Shit, we only got like 5 million left. Let's quickly whip something up real quick.
Yeah. Let's do like the 20-meter high five and then win the game.
So okay, and another thing that you brought up that I wasn't really gonna say now, just because we haven't seen enough Marvel movies, but you'll notice this in Marvel movies that is gonna be a trend, which is that the main villains is just basically the main character's abilities but different.
Oh yeah, I kind of noticed
so
that.
you'll see it in later movies too.
Because I mean, because even the first one was like that, right? Like Iron Man 1, even the Hulk was like that.
Yeah.
Right?
I can forgive Iron Man 1 because that's the first one, right?
Yeah, because that's
Right,
the first
but
one.
Iron Man 1, Hulk, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, Hulk and 2. What's the next one?
We're gonna be watching Thor the next one, but that one
Thor.
yeah,
Okay.
but that one not really.
I never watched Thor.
Yeah,
So.
so the villain not really. In a way, yes and no, but not really. And Captain America, it will be the one after that. Yes, that one has the same.
But the thing is, like, I don't know, because all of these villain, like the enemy, are based from the comic book, right?
Yeah.
And I think like all the comic books are most of the time, that's how it is, right?
Kind of.
Like they always copy the enemy and like that, and then they would have a different variant of the enemy kind of thing, right? Like some other enemy that does different thing.
Yes.
And whatnot, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a comic book master.
No, I agree with this. But you also have to understand that throughout all these years of this comic book history, there's many other enemies that they could have picked that doesn't share the same abilities as they did, right?
But the thing is, like, how badly would it affect the plot, for example? You know what I mean?
I don't think it would change too much.
For example, like the Iron Man, let's just say they didn't pick Whiplash, but pick the magic dude, the ten finger or something.
Mandarin. Yeah, exactly. I really wanted to see the Mandarin with Iron Man.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, like, won't it be like then there's magic, right?
Yeah, they would have to explain that, which
exactly, which what I'm saying, like it'll mess up the plot a little bit, or like they're not ready for it yet. You know what I mean?
I understand because in the next one in Thor they're gonna explain what magic is, which Just technology too advanced for us to comprehend.
Cool.
Not really a spoiler because that trope has been used quite a bit and it existed way before Marvel did it.
Marvel, yes.
Overall, what do you think of this movie?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's really great. I like it. I don't know if it's because, like, again, like I probably brought this way too many times that it's getting obnoxious, but the Hulk effect really kicks in. I really didn't watch any movie other than like after the Hulk, and I'm watching this and I'm starting to like appreciate more of the characterization, the flow, how the character behave, even like nothing just by talking, the character talking feels more interesting than whatever they showed me in the Hulk, and the fact that it managed to keep me entertained the whole movie. You know what I mean? I don't know how they did it, but I was like, I was engaged. So
I think it's because you really like Iron Man, like Tony Stark's character. That's why you're always engaged.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I like him, don't get me wrong. I like Tony Stark character. I like his quirk. I like his, like his ego.
Everything. You like everything about him.
Yeah, I like him. But the thing is, like, it's not like I would go be like, let's just say I'm watching some movie and there's Iron Man with Tony Stark, and I'm like, ooh, like I wouldn't, I'm like, oh, he's there, cool, kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say he's my favorite character ever. I like him, but it's not to the point that I love him. You know what I mean?
Not yet. Remember, we're only 3 movies in, so I'll give it some time.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But like, even like, the Hulk too, like, because the Hulk and Iron Man, I know them about the same.
Yeah.
Iron Man is a dude flying red, yellow, and shoot beams from his hand. That's what I know in the beginning. Hulk is a dude that, turns green when he gets angry.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. But, like, when I was watching the Hulk, I got bored instantly. I don't know. But Iron Man, I was watching the whole time. I'm like, what the hell?
Having these movie discussions with, like, Iron Man and Hulk, did it make you realize that there's actually more behind these characters than you originally thought?
Well, I mean, yeah, because I never knew their persona other than as the superhero, right? Beforehand. I only know them as a superhero. Yeah. Well, not even the superhero. I only know them and, like, how they fight and their powers, right? I don't know how they, like, why they fight or whatever, right? So now I've got to see the other face, be it the Bruce Banner or Tony Stark's, right? I see their human side. Yeah. I mean, I don't know about Bruce because I don't really know him, but Tony Stark, you see it all the good stuff he did, all the bad side he has, all the human interaction, all the relationship with the father, how the country treats him, how just shit goes around. Now you see it, it's more than just a dude with an armor flying and shooting lasers, right? If that's what you mean.
Exactly. Especially with the Hulk, because I really felt like they just disrespected him so much in the MCU.
Well, I mean, after watching it, I have to say, yeah. Because for me, my impression hasn't changed. Just a dude that gets angry that punch things into green. And I guess there's some people that he doesn't punch, I guess.
No, I mean, not even just his solo movie, but like, even in his other movie, like the other movies with him, I felt like they could have done more.
Which other movie?
Like Avengers and Thor Ragnarok, like any movies that has Hulk.
Maybe when we get there.
It's still quite a bit of a journey to get there, yeah, as you said. Okay, how does it compare to the first one? Because as you said, it's almost the same, but is it better or worse?
I don't know.
Or is it like exactly the same to you almost?
Because like I don't know, like this time, because like in the first one I kind of picked up a little bit of a like small things, right? In this one, the small things that I picked on turns out to be related to the main story right on. So I mean, I don't know. I would say I would give it the same mark.
Was it 8 and a
Maybe
half?
8.5, yeah. 8.5, 8.5, around there.
Actually, let's see. If I gave Iron Man 1 a 9, yeah, I would say this is like an 8.5.
I see. It goes down for you, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's good, but for some reason, Iron Man 1 something about it just has something.
Because for me, I think the Iron Man 1, it feels like the people are more connected, right? Even the villain is like, someone who's like closely related to him, right?
I mean, technically in this one, the villain is somewhat related to Stark too, right?
Well, if you put it that way, it's almost like, it's his father's co-worker's son. That's pretty far. That's a strange.
I know, but it's still related, right? The families are still connected in some way. They both
but it's not like someone who who saw him, grew up and kind of like that. I don't know. At least that's what it feels to me.
Well, as whatever Ivan said, right? Like the reason why you're still alive is because of my father. Like the father's work too, not just dad, not just Stark's dad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know what I mean because it's for the arc reactor, right? But it's also the thing that killing him too, right?
Just as planned.
Just as Keikaku.
Yes. Keikaku means planned. Before we end the podcast, do you got anything else you want to add or say before we end it? Any final thoughts?
Nah, I think that was a good movie. I liked it.
Okay. Oh wait, I forgot to mention. Like, do you think it still holds up to this day?
It's kind of questionable for this one. I don't know why.
So it feels a bit dated.
Maybe not as much. Yeah.
You know why? I want to say it's a bit
Why?
dated just because of all the scenes with Black Widow. As you said, right? The camera's just licking her entire body and face, right? Like that kind of shit wouldn't fly today, and that is probably why you would think it doesn't feel right because we're just so used to the modern filmmaking, right?
I don't think I've watched anything modern though.
But like, I'm gonna say like scenes with females in that, you wouldn't see them just going like ass shot, boob shot, stuff like that anymore. Slow mo walking to the ring,
No?
like bending seductively, double entendres.
I
I guess double entendres though.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched any movies in a while, so I guess that's a good thing.
But you kind of get what I mean, right? Like the stuff that they show
I suppose, yeah.
or how they show the stuff isn't gonna fly today because
Well, I was thinking like more of a different stuff. Like when I felt dated, it's less of the Black Widow stuff. It was never a concern for me
yeah.
for that one. Yeah, I was never really like invested in that. I'm like, sure, Black Widow is doing whatever, cool, just like that. I don't know. It feels more like I don't know how to word it properly. It's like
Is it
it feels less inspiring.
the storytelling?
It's enjoyable
the
watch.
storytelling, the structure of the story. Is it like some of the lines they've said?
Maybe the storytelling, maybe the way storytelling, or probably I don't know, the interaction with the villain, I guess, or just I don't know, something about it felt like it'll be less
Or
inspiring.
maybe it's the villain itself.
If
Like,
that's
he's
the
like
right
a
word.
really hammy Russian dude.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. He looks cool. Yeah, because I really like the dude. He's like he. I don't know. He kind of felt a bit like Joker-ish, except less, less what do you call it? Like psychological, more of because he looks so collected the whole time.
Like,
That's
don't
why
get
I
me
liked
wrong.
him.
You can like the character, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not dated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. For me, I don't know if there's anything that character felt refreshing. it doesn't. I don't know. For me, it doesn't feel like a generic bad guy.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's like I don't know. Maybe because we just don't know what he's trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he was trying to accomplish anything, to be honest. He was just like, oh shit. He's
Yeah.
like, shit, I didn't think.
He's just trying to show up. It feels like okay. Well, I'm just gonna show off the world that you're not the only one, and you're gonna die from poisoning. Peace. That feels like and he died satisfied. It feels like it.
Is that meme where the guy is asking a girl out on a date? He was like, hey, want to go out sometimes? And she's like, yeah, sure, where? And then the guy's like, I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. That's what Ivan's character feels like. He's like, oh shit, I made all this cool armor and I'm kicking Tony Stark's ass. Now what? I don't like. What's the next thing I'm gonna do?
I mean, he's gonna die of poison, so I don't really need to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. He's a man. He's literally a man with no plan.
Yeah, maybe that reckless abandon makes it feel really, I don't know, like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like a little bit insanity here and there.
All right, yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to say about that movie. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, watch it.
It is.
It's entertaining. I know we're not, make it sound like it's kind of bland. It's not.
good.
It's good, but it's just good. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It probably feels dated because it's
Yeah,
pretty much the same as Iron Man 1.
maybe.
And Iron Man 1 it holds up, but yeah.
Yeah, like you wouldn't play the second one again because it's just kind of like the same thing. Well, I wouldn't say even the same. Maybe it's the same thing. No, actually, now you
Yeah,
mentioned
you
it.
know what? You can probably skip Iron Man 2 if you
Yeah.
really wanted to. If you're doing like an MCU marathon, you can probably skip Iron Man 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can skip
Maybe.
Hulk. You can skip Iron Man 2.
But I think it's like, I don't know. Well, in Iron Man 2, probably the thing that was like, important was the triangle thing, right?
Even then, you can just be like, oh, he made a new suit. Cool.
Yeah. The poison thing can just be completely skipped. I agree.
Yeah, because they didn't make it a giant plot point.
Didn't really matter. Yeah.
Wow. Actually, now that I think about it, ironically, what our nitpicks that we didn't put as a nitpick is a poison.
Yeah.
That should have been a nitpick, to be honest.
Yeah. A major plot point that wasn't major.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say it now. Why give Tony Stark a poison when he doesn't feel the poison, or like it doesn't really do anything to him? Why?
I don't know. Maybe he's not very good at no, that's not gonna work. I was about to say maybe he's not very good at like acting pain, but no, he does that all the time. So I don't know. Like he just got cool tattoos. So I mean, like what? I thought that was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like if I'm gonna tattoo, I wanted those kinds or like tribal. Yeah, those crosswords.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna drop it down. I'm gonna give it an 8.
I'll keep it I'll 8.25 or 8.5. Like around there. I'll still keep it like 8 to 8.5. It's around there.
You know what? No. You know what? I'm gonna lower it even more. 7.5. My final score: 7.5 out of 10.
All right. Well, I mean, for me, it's still a good movie. Because I'm not comparing it to anything, right? You know what I'm saying? It as itself is a good. Yeah.
I agree. But then, like, you have to understand, like, the final fight, bunk. The supposed major plot point didn't really go anywhere. The villain's motivation is just another character's motivation, right? Justin Hammer's. I don't know. Yeah, so 7.5. That's my final score. Okay. Yeah. So that's all you got to say about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's all I got to say about that as well. So, Bosh. Oh wait, before we end this again, keep adding shit. Don't forget to check out our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, everything. The links are in the description.
Yeah, and I think we're streaming every Friday on Twitch.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Whenever we can,
Yeah,
I guess.
whenever.
Whenever both of us are available, which is usually just Thursday or Friday. Yeah. So, anyways, catch you all next time. Bosh, do the outro.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This is Boshka.
This is Alex.
And this is episode 28 of Fool's Odyssey. Catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.